Hey, it's another Friday night right here on the greenhouse.
That's right.
JH is about to get me real hype.
That's right.
Look, if you book, hey, you bringing back memories. Oh. Get go. How are y'all doing?
Pretty great.
Hey, what up, fam? Hip Hop Organics.
We in the house.
We back. Week 2 after a little hiatus, but we back. Actually, we're really back. We'll get into it later.
For sure. I'm like in that song. I was like, oh. Sorry, it was like flashback of my high school years.
I was on that too. I was like, usually there's more like it's getting like more introducing.
I got mesmerized by the song. That's what happens. It's another Friday night right here on Hip Hop Organics. We got a really dope show for you. We got a very exclusive interview coming through with iDeal Dialect, so stay tuned. We'll have that coming soon. Shout out to Steve Rogers in the building. Hey.
What up, fam?
And then we got JH all the way on that side, all the way.
Hey.
Point to yourself. Well, you know what? There's text at the bottom that you can read who's who.
You know who's who.
But and if you're confused, JH is the DJ, the one doing all the stuff and dropping all that hot fire for us to rock out to, and all of a sudden he'll drop that fire that makes you mesmerized and forget everything that you were thinking about. So be careful, be cautious.
I try.
Hey, so it is April 2nd, 2021. We made it. It's been, we talked about this last week, but I just can't believe it's been a year since COVID life has begun. Me and JH got our vaccine on Monday, right?
Yeah,
we got a vaccine on Monday, our first dose. We'll get our second dose later on this month. And I'm really excited, man. We didn't have too many crazy side effects, luckily, let me knock on wood, for the first dose. We just had the pretty sore arm.
So sore.
Super sore arm, yeah.
Like, I couldn't lay on it, kind of
yeah.
sore.
You couldn't, at first, for me at least, it was like nothing. I was like, oh, this is nothing. It was like a little sore. But then right before I went to bed, it just was like, oh no, it's really sore. It hurts. Yeah. Like JH was saying, I couldn't even sleep on that side of my arm. I had to sleep on the other side. And I was like, oh. But Yeah.
People describe it as a jab for real.
Yeah.
And it kind of is. It's like,
it reminded me of the one time that I went to the gym so hard that it felt like I almost pulled a muscle, and maybe I did, but it was like that. Right. But not, I don't know, because when I did that at the gym, it was like really excruciating. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night and be like, my arm. But this wasn't that bad, but it was close.
It was like he got punched like with the knuckle, like right on the tip of that knuckle, but like right here, just all of this was just super sore. Like you'd lift your arm and be like, and then finally grab shit. I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world. It doesn't like prevent you from doing work, but.
Yeah, I feel like JH had it a little bit worse than me, but because the next day, it was sore. It was just like I worked out really like too hard on my arm, and then the next day my arm was sore, but the day after that, it was like that was it.
Yeah.
So.
I slept all my like 2 nights ago. 3 nights now. I was mad because it was one night before the show, but I slept all weird, and my neck.
Oh no.
This hadn't happened to me in like years and years and years, but like the whole day at work, I couldn't even like stand up straight. I tried to like, I was like this all day. I was like,
oh my god,
yes,
that's the worst. Having like the neck pain, I forget, like your neck is stuck or something. Oh my god, it's the worst because someone will call your name and you'll be like, oh, I can't even turn my head without screaming.
That's right. Every time, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because every time I was driving and I needed to check my blind, when I was checking my blind spot, you know, I felt like Batman in the old movies when he couldn't. When every time he had to turn his neck, because his whole thing, his cape was all and his neck was all one thing. So every time he had to turn, he had to be like.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You got to turn your whole body. It's true. It's true. Gotta sleep right, man. I'm telling you, that's for y'all who are tuning in. Let us know if you've ever slept wrong on your neck and how that felt, because I can't imagine that it's this, you know, it's a fun experience for anybody. But you know, it's nice feeling like you're not the only one, which is why I like to ask people, have they gone through the same things I've gone through, so we can be in the same boat together.
You get up in this comment section. Get up in there.
Get up in there. Say what's up, man. I mean, you know, things are opening up back. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Things are opening up again, and definitely it looks like shows are becoming more a thing, and but I hope people are still staying careful. You know, we're so close to the finish line. It's like there's some glimpse of hope in the distance. So make sure that you still stay safe. Not just for yourself, man, for other people. I can't stress that enough. It's not about you. It's about everyone else around you. You don't want anyone's death to be on your hands naturally. So, you know, just be cautious. We're almost there. In no time, we'll be there. And
yeah, you know, cases are not exactly going. You know, they're not exactly going down right now. So we still, it's gonna be a lot of time, y'all. So
yeah,
you know, keep masking up, keep being safe. I see a lot of people acting like the shit's over already. People
right.
were acting like it was over after like 3 months. It was just like, come on, and then the wave came back. It's like, what do you got?
I mean, I just don't like. It makes me mad as hell, because when you look at the graph, especially with Utah, because since I live here, that's where I've been monitoring the most. With the graph, you can tell exactly when they open things back up, when they shouldn't have. Because I remember it was like, I think it was Memorial Day weekend. Right before Memorial Day weekend, like the numbers were decreasing. And they were like, oh, okay, it's decreasing, so let's open everything back up. They opened everything up, and the numbers jumped. They like doubled, tripled, and then it went down again for a little bit, and then they did it again. And this time, it didn't. It like flew. Forget jumping. It was like, oh yeah, everyone's got it. And you know, now that things are open back up, you know, be careful, man, because the numbers have gone down, but it's still not. It's not like where it was last year. Even it's still way more than we were getting last year. So last year around this time, we were getting like 100 cases a day, and we're still at 400. So you know,
I felt bad in one of my early post-COVID battles. I dissed one of my opponents because he was from Florida, and the cases were like skyrocketing like the week we had the battle. So I was like, I put all the like news reports in my video and everything, and then like 2 weeks later, it was Salt Lake on the same reports. It's like, Salt Lake #1. I was like, yeah. Well, yeah. Good thing the battle already happened.
Right, exactly. I remember when there was like someone on the news talking about how wearing masks was taking your freedom, and they were like explaining it, and the whole country like took that as a meme. The late night people were talking about it. It was just like this, it became this whole thing, and it was like, great, that's the representation of Utah, y'all. Like, wear your damn mask.
I forgot about that. Yeah, it was like a group. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel like shit. Like, man, Utah gets a lot of those weird random stories, but I feel like they go away after a bit. Like, people don't really like remember them. At least it's just another crazy. I don't know.
You know, it's funny for me because I'm from Maryland, so I'll see folks in Maryland post stuff about Utah, and I'll be like, oh snap, like this is getting national attention. So that's how I can gauge things to see how much it spread. Is like once people from my Maryland folks or DC folks are posting about Utah, I'm like, oh snap, like this is crossed all the way over. But I mean, yeah, just wear your mask, y'all. Fuck the conspiracies, just do it. This lady said she doesn't wear a mask because she's not scared. It's not about being scared. It's really not. It's about public health. That's it. It's about not wanting to cause more pain for the public. That's it.
It kind of sucks, because it would be, I don't know, maybe it's just, there's just like there's so many people on the planet, but it just seems like we keep hoping to get to a point where we're all on the same page. And I don't know. It's just maybe we're just we're still getting used to being in the information era with the internet information is just at your fingertips at this point, whether it be false or true. So it seems like more and more we are like just getting divided on just everything. Like it don't even
everything.
Just wearing a mask is like a lot of people are like, I can't believe it's a political issue, but it's just like, yeah, of course it's a fucking political issue because people just the getting vaccinated, they try to make that a political issue.
Right.
Basically, I don't know,
everything.
Flat Earth and shit. Like me and my girl were just talking about how crazy these flat Earth people are. I'm like, it's wild. Like Kyrie Irving is like Kyrie Irving, B.O.B. I don't want to believe this, but I heard Jizza from Wu-Tang is a flat earther. I don't want to believe it. You have Neil deGrasse Tyson's number, bro. Just call him up and he'll break it down for you, Jizza. Come on.
I can't even, when it comes to flat, I'm not even going to argue with them. You think the earth is flat?
We don't gotta get into all that, but it's just one of those examples of just like, it's just one of those examples of like, the shit people will just draw a line in the sand on.
I mean, I feel like at some point there are lots of people who just like trolling and being, even if they know they're wrong, they don't care. They want to like argue with people, and it doesn't matter if it makes sense. I mean, look at our previous president. It's like there's a lot of people that are like that who you could speak to intellectually, but they're not going to give you an intellectual response. And
a lot of his supporters, are just like, oh yeah, because F you, that's why, like, that's why.
Right, exactly. There's no logic. There's no accountability for what they've said. It's like, some people, that's the way that's how they think living life should be. Is that, I don't know. I've studied a lot of history, and I definitely understand the concept of divide and conquer. Because what do they say? United we stand, divided we fall. That shit is the truth right there. It's like we want to talk about conspiracies and all that other stuff out there. It's like, well, if people actually were working together, then the powers that be or evil people out there who want to manipulate masses of people couldn't do it. But because we're human and we are manipulatable and it is what it is. There's so much depth to our culture, our history as a people, as a civilization. I mean, something like Nikola Tesla, and the whole Thomas Edison battle back in the day, where it was like, oh, do we make electricity free for everyone, or do we like do this other make this other way of having electricity, which is not helpful for the society, for the environment, and people have to pay for it. Oh, okay, let's go with this other one because that could make us money instead of doing the freeway, which could potentially help the environment. Potentially, nobody would have to pay for it, and it's like in that time in history, it could have gone this way where we would have all had free electricity or whatever, but instead it went that way. And now we are trapped in that capitalistic frame of thought.
We all look crazy under fluorescent lighting too. Like being up in no one looks good at the grocery store. That light is too bright. It reveals way too much. It's like, that's what I look like. Every time I see a reflection of myself at the grocery store, I'm like, oh, God.
Speaking of fluorescent lighting,
true.
fix something.
But yeah, oh man, it's gonna make. I got on the grocery thing. It reminded me of my Harmon's days. I was gonna make a point on something else you said.
Harmon's is expensive, yo.
Well, I used to work there too. I never shopped.
Did you?
There. I just
man.
worked there. Yeah, I couldn't afford. I was on a Harmon's employee salary. I couldn't afford to shop at Harmon's.
Dude, I just remember I went in there and because it was right next to the school I was going to when I first moved out here. Shout out to V School. But yeah, they were literally like across the street from there. So I went inside and I was looking for some yogurt. I just wanted some regular ass yogurt. They were out of regular yogurt, so there was like goat milk's yogurt or something, and I was like, all right, whatever, fine, I'll try that. And I took it to the register. They said $8.99. I was like, $8.99, like
a whole one?
For one thing of yogurt. I'm like, usually like the yogurt's like $2.50, $2.95 maybe. And then I was like, are you kidding me? This is like 3 times the price.
And for the uninitiated, like Harmon's is basically this, like, it's a nice large grocery store, but
it's a local joint.
But it's a local grocery store, but it's more expensive than a Whole Foods.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
crazy for me.
I got a fun fact for y'all on Harmon's too. So and for the for y'all, all of y'all that aren't Salt Lake or Utah locals, like they said, it is like a big store out here, But so here's a fun fact: my mom fucking hated it. All right, hold on, let me rewind that. My brother is married to the daughter of Randy Harmon, it's like Randy Harmon and Bob Harmon, I think, or is it? Yeah. So it's the two guys, right? That like own the shit. They're in like a bunch of the commercials. You're Harmon. You're a Harmon. My brother is actually married to Randy Harmon's daughter.
Nice.
Motherfucker said they like got me the job. I applied and they got me the job. Anyway, my mom hated it when I would crack on Harmon's. Anytime I made jokes on Harmon's, she'd be like, "Oh, that's your brother's." Like what?
That's your family. You didn't tell us it's a family business.
Shout out to, but that's the thing though. Was like Mindy doesn't care. Shout out to Mindy. If Mindy sees this and she sees I'm making Harmon's jokes, she's not gonna be offended. And I'm not driving down sales. I love you, Ma. It's just one of those mom things. She's just like, don't make jokes on that.
Aww.
So yeah, she hated when I crack on Harmon's because I'm kind of Harmon's family adjacent, I guess.
Yeah, not adjacent. It's definitely directly to you. Your brother is, your in-laws are Harmon's.
But she doesn't even work for them. I guess it's the family name.
It's the legacy, okay? It's the legacy. So.
I feel that, but like it's just I don't know. They fired me. Fuck them. All right, F them. Sorry, I don't mean to curse.
So now we see where the anger is truly coming from. What did you do?
Jokes.
Say no.
You gotta laugh through the pain.
Yes, absolutely, you do. I feel you. I can't imagine. How it is to work somewhere where you can't really afford to buy the food.
Oh, I got another funny story. Our store director got in trouble because he played a more hip-hop adjacent. It wasn't even like hip-hop. So we had Pandora, I think it was, over the speaker. And usually it was Mass Appeal Radio, which is just pop music just from the 90s to early 2000s. So the worst pop music. All day, every day. Same Taylor Swift and Katy Perry and No Doubt songs 4 times a day. Actually, like No Doubt. I take that back. Kelly Clarkson. That's who it was. Anyway.
I like Kelly. Makes me a little bit stronger.
You want to like if you heard that shit three joints a day. I'm telling you, that same joint. I can't remember. It wasn't Miss. Anyway, so he played another station though, and it played Me, Myself, and I, De La Soul. I remember that because these are like 2 of my favorite songs. It was Can I Kick It, A Tribe Called Quest.
Yes,
and,
you can.
Me, Myself, and I. The director got in trouble. They told him not to do that shit again because some of the higher ups were there. They were going through the store and they're like, I don't know, this music's kind of offensive, which I always thought was dumb because when you put it back on the Massive Pill radio, one of the Bruno Mars songs is talking about how he can't feel his face. Yeah, why can't you feel your face, Bruno Mars? Yeah, really? What does Q-Tip say on Can I Kick It? Come see me if you really need a hug. Oh man, we don't want to offend anybody.
It sounds too urban for them. Okay, it sounds too urban.
I know that's the case. It's just I'm just pointing out it's just stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. I definitely agree. I mean, you got even lucky that you guys could kind of choose the music you listen to, because at my job, it was straight music, and music is like the.
Kenny G shit.
Basically, we didn't get to choose it. It's just a program that they have, and they hit play, and it plays
that's
whatever.
What we had, but they had to keep it on Massive Pill radio. Like that was basically like the standard. So it was just the same pop songs every day. I get flashbacks when I hear them now. Like I remember like. Oh, I want to think about
PTSD.
It.
You're like,
yeah. I think about it. I started like thinking I'm putting fruit away. I'm just like, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing?
That's so funny. Man. Shout out to jobs that you don't like and are glad that you left.
Absolutely. And
real.
Also like how, just how powerful music is, it brings back memories, if you got a song you associate with something in your past. If it's a good memory, even if it's like a bad memory, I actually like that shit. I like hearing a song. It's like, oh man, it kind of takes you back,
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Good or bad, music is super powerful.
Happened to our very own Mon at the beginning of the show.
It did. It took me back. It was like, Nook, if you buck. I was like, okay, I gotta throw something. I gotta punch somebody in the face. I don't know.
I swear I was zoning out waiting for the intro. I was just like, wait a minute.
Right? I was like, oh snap. Like I just went into a trance. But yeah. Hey. Today was so nice and warm, and it's Friday, and I just want to be outside.
It is nice to have the sun back.
We getting that if you in like the west, kind of northwest, little Midwest section. Now you get that weather where it's winter during the morning. If it's 7 or if it's from like 6 to 7 in the morning, it's basically 40 degrees, and then once this afternoon it's like 90. So you're basically just leaving all your jackets in the car. At least that's what I do. Like my whole car is just all my hoodies.
It's like a fake spring / fake winter. Like as soon as you're cold, it gets hot, and as soon as it's hot, you get cold. You're like, oh, okay. What do I do? Just wear your whole closet, and you'll be all right.
My buddy wore shorts and a coat to work today. I just realized that. He came in with a coat and shorts. I was like, yeah, that's a smart choice.
Dude, but I've seen people out here with shorts and sandals on when it was 40 degrees. There was no warmth coming, but they were still rocking them shorts like it was nothing. I was like, what are you doing? Go inside and change, please. Just looking at you is making me cold.
Oh yeah, it's always like the big dudes too. They're always like, big, so it's like, no, I don't feel cold. It's like you being big doesn't make you not cold.
I knew my old college roommate. She was small. She was really tiny, and she was from Boston. So yeah, it didn't matter if it was snowing. She was like, I'm just gonna wear my shorts, and she wouldn't wear the open-toed sandals, but she would wear shorts.
You know what? And also, shout out to all the coworkers that just like complain when the office is slightly cold. You're making it worse. I'm just saying, you're making it worse. I'm telling you, A, it's not that bad. B, you saying something about it. It makes it worse.
I'm one of those people. Okay.
I can't stand it. I like what
I gave up because no one listened. Anyways, I just took I had a work sweater. Like I literally had a sweater that I kept at work all the time because, bro, it would be like 90 degrees outside, and it would be like 60 degrees inside the building. 60. That's cold, yo.
I love 60 degrees.
I can't not wear a sweater in 60 degrees. Like I need a sweater or something. But it's 90 degrees outside, so now I gotta hold a sweater on my way to work or whatever. It's okay. First world problems. We can deal.
We can deal. We can hold. You can tie the sweater around your waist, 90s style, looking like Power Rangers when they don't got the suits on.
Right. That's the look I was going for, sure.
Speaking of which,
Hey. Oh yeah, so let's do a quick recap. Last night there was a very dope show. I hope that you made it out. I know right now it was sold out and spaces are limited. But big shout out to DJ Juggy and Soundwell for having a really dope show with lots of dope hip hop artists. Gabino Grimes killed it last night. Hip Hop Organics killed it.
Put in Hip Hop Organics, yo. And our guest tonight, iDeal, shut it down.
iDeal Dialect, he shut it down for sure. Tiki Main was there. Who else was there? It was like LEMG. That was a really dope group.
Super dope host, Shoddy. Shout out to you, man. You were killing it on the hosting duties.
Let me see who else performed.
Somehow he just knows about everybody. That was blowing my mind. I was just like, how he just knows everybody? He said something about me. I was like, he didn't know. He shouldn't. I don't. What?
he knows how to do his job. There you go.
Exactly. That's a professional right there.
That's a professional right there.
Yeah, kids at home. If you want to hosting duties, link up with everybody, yo. So
yes, because not everyone knows how to host. That's for sure.
So Hip Hop Organics made their first. Mana has had a few shows since COVID hit, but now we've had our. As a group, Hip Hop Organics came through in the building.
Yes.
I had my first post-COVID show. I wasn't saying it at the show. I didn't want to announce it to everybody. But that was like my first show in years. Yeah, I was I couldn't have been more excited. So yeah, shout out to DJ Juggy. Shout out to Hip Hop Organics fam, Mana and JH. We shut that shit down. Well, we didn't. We weren't last, so we didn't technically shut it down, but we tore that shit down.
We had a good time for sure, and yeah, it was awesome. Big shout out, and I'm very excited because on April 23rd. There's another show. I'll be performing. There might be a sneak peek of our Hip Hop Organics track that we sneak peeked last night with some more folks on it. I know Solaris is on that show too, and that's going to be at Metro Music Hall. And if you want tickets, go ahead. I can't remember the name of the website. I'm going to find it for you guys and put it in the chat. But use my name, Mana, MANA, to get 20% off your ticket and support.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say before I forgot, shout out to Rhino and Eddie Line for coming through too.
Eddie Line was not there, my dear.
Who was the other dude? Well, shout out to Eddie Line because he's
shout out Eddie Line.
That's what I
for sure. That's family. It was MC Anyone.
MC Anyone.
Anyone.
Shit. Oh my bad. Yeah.
He's really
got
dope.
the joint with KRS-One, right?
I think so. Yeah. He's really dope. If you haven't seen him perform, he's fire.
Of course, Gambino Grimes was on as well and did a pretty awesome set.
Yes, his set was awesome. Shout out to Gabino Grimes. He had 3 outfit changes last night. I was very impressed. I was like, all right, I see you out there just stunting. He did his one song. He had a track jacket on, and then he took that off, and he had a jersey on. Then he took that off, and he had a t-shirt on. And I was like, all right, I see you. See how you playing this game. That's what's up, man. You got to have that swag.
Yeah.
Hey, he brought it. He brought the swag, the lyrics, everything.
Got to shout out Kai Waves too, who was there last night. He was at the merch table. He came through with the vinyl, keeping that shit. Yeah, man, I had to get me one. I got the record player at home, so shout out to it's just cool linking up with mad cool people. Usually like artists that are still like out there grinding themselves. They're pretty fucking cool people. So it was.
That's true.
It was a great night.
I always say one of my favorite things is to meet people who are passionate about what they do, and that goes for music, business, art, like whatever you are passionate about. If you have passion inside your heart, that makes me excited. It makes me happy to know that there are other people who are enjoying what they do. And I feel like there's so many things to complain about but when you find people who appreciate the goodness more than the negativity, I'm like, yes, you get it, man, because that's what it takes to progress, man. There's so much stuff you can complain about, but one of the things I learned earlier on in my life is that like anger and hatefulness, it doesn't serve you. It's not. I mean, let me prefix that with all emotions are necessary to some extent, but being caught up on it, like, it doesn't serve you. Like, if you need to cry for an hour, cry for 2 hours, but after 3-4 hours, it's like, well, you're really just hurting yourself. And that goes the same with anger or like not liking something. If you don't like it, don't like it. Understand that it's not something that you want, but keep going. Go keep going till you find something you do like. Like, don't allow the things that you don't like to stop you from getting to the things you do like. And that's what I really appreciate about artists, because being an artist is hard. You're being criticized harshly on a regular basis, okay? And it takes a lot to put yourself out there, to be vulnerable, but the reward for those actions are so high that it's worth it for most people. Yeah.
I always think it's kind of funny. Well, dang it, I had another point. I keep forgetting all my points. I'm gonna.
It's Friday.
So, it's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. We coming off a hot show. I think I'm sure all of us got maybe 2 hours of sleep last night, but we here,
right.
Y'all.
Oh my God, I got 0 hours of sleep. Then I had so much work to do, and your girl is back in school. I'm a student up in this joint.
Where you go to school at?
I go to school at Western Governors University, which is also where I work. Shout out to my employers. It's an awesome spot. The school is really cool. It's not like your traditional university. Basically, it was the first school that you could take a test to pass a class and get credit for it. And so you can do the same thing. Like, if you feel like you're ready to pass the class, you can take a test to exam out of it, and you pass it, and you can. So basically, you can technically finish your school early if you. Okay. Get on your ish and do your things. I'm going for my computer science degree because I am a nerd, and I feel like people think this one lady I met years ago, she was a financial advisor. And she was telling me how she started an LLC for her son when he was 18 years old. And I was like, oh, well, he's not going to college? And she's like, oh, no, he's going to college. But she's like, the way she said it was awesome. She was like, honey, you have 2 arms. Why are you swimming with one? And I was like, what? I was like, isn't it too much work? She was like, no. She's like, school is like you're getting that knowledge, you're gaining things. And then on the other hand, you got to keep doing multiple things. It's not just, people aren't one way, it's not like if you like one thing, you don't like something else. It's like, you can like both. And I think learning is really important. You should never stop learning, regardless of what age you are. Keep finding new skills, finding new whatever, just anything that you're interested in, go learn it, because that's how you keep your mind sharp. And that's what I'm doing.
And that's perfect too. Like, going back to advice for artists too. Like, we're kind of in the day and age where, like, especially like music and stuff. Like, like, you don't really need like record labels and shit. Like we can all put music out ourselves. So my advice to everybody would just be like, and I know I've given this advice on the show before, but keep adding weapons to your arsenal. Keep learning everything you can. Whatever you can do yourself, whatever you can sit down and learn and do yourself. Do it. If you can learn to make beats, if you can pick up a camera, get your videos on. Because that's what I mean, just speaking from experience, that's why I bought a camera, because I just kept learning. Everybody that makes videos charges like $300. That's like the standard for like a no effect video.
Well,
it's like, I ain't trying to pay $300 for that.
It's a double-edged sword, because like, you bought a camera, right? But now you need someone to film you.
No, I don't. I got a tripod.
But I mean, like, you can do it, but you can't get like any moving shots or like, you know, like
I feel you. You're always gonna need help, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying for all the artists out there, like just just make yourself as valuable as possible.
right.
You know?
I mean, I think you should always gain skills like that. Definitely do that, but know that no one can survive being an island. Like this is the
Yeah.
truth.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah. I'm not saying that by any means. Keep linking up. Otherwise, no one's gonna care. Like you can just film your own videos all day. But yeah, keep working with others. Keep reaching out to others. Yeah, exactly. I just meant like as far as yourself and what you can do. Like I look at it like, if you're like a Pokemon card, right? You want to get as many attacks. They can, or I don't know. That's too nerdy. Yu-Gi-Oh. If you're a Yu-Gi-Oh card, you want to get over as many attacks on there as possible. Magic the Gathering. I don't know.
Add skills to your forte. Any skill that you have. I mean, for example. Here's an example. Like you have a camera, right? And learning it will make you make better. Whenever you do work with a videographer, it'll help you throughout the process. And not only that, you can charge people $300 to do a video, or so now you have something to offer somebody else and be like, hey, like, okay, you're a producer. Well, I got a camera. I can do your video. Can you do my beats? And then you trade skills like that. And bartering is a great way to get shit done. That's basically what I did the first 10 years of me being an artist. And it's all about, again, it's like you can have random skills. Everyone needs a million different things. So mine was social media marketing and all that good stuff. So yours might be being a photographer, videographer. Someone else does graphic design. So there's just so many different things that are needed.
Always link up with that's the main thing though, networking. If you're not good at not being good at networking and linking with people, that's the first thing that's going to set you back. That's another thing I could speak on from experience. I used to just do battles and go home. That's why your boy Steve took so long to get a couple. I don't need to get into it. Actually, I will give that advice to any other artist too, because we were talking about criticism, being able to take criticism. If you're an artist that maybe is a little more on the sensitive side, a little more of a sensitive artist, you don't like criticism, just watch a battle, yo, and imagine that's your art. Are you kidding me? You every time you show up to work as a dude, just be like, you know what? You're a bad person because of this, and I'm gonna make it rhyme with that, and then everyone's gonna cheer. This is like, what kind of shit is this? Like,
it's gonna be artistic as hell how I bring you down.
Yeah, just every aspect of your life, or like some people get props too. You never know it's gonna come. I saw a dude get a whole round about how he's a good dad, but you never.
Okay,
you never
all
know.
right.
Yeah,
I ain't seen that. Yeah, that's why I stay away from the battles. I don't have it in me to try to crush somebody's soul like that, for real.
I don't like the dark shit. I like when you can just hit them with some hard bars and kind of jab at them too. Like when they get dark, it's just like, come on, bro, because we all got personal shit going on. So I personally try to stay away from the dark stuff.
Yeah, I'm like.
Real personal
I definitely
shit. Like,
I respect it. I respect the art, that's for sure, but it ain't for me. I'm just gonna make a freestyle about how I'm gonna uplift you.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing about hip hop too. Is there's so many you got music battles. It's just it's another culture, because hip hop, it's such a wide umbrella. It's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love watching battles because that shit, I mean, someone like I was watching Gabino, he posted something on his battles and it's hilarious. Like he's already a funny dude, so I don't know, I would not want to battle him because he's gonna make fun of you and it's gonna be hilarious and you're gonna laugh too. That's my favorite, when someone says a line that's so good that even the person they're saying it to, they're like, damn. That shit is too funny.
I
love it.
I used to give it up too. You can see there's a couple times the last battle I got, the dude had a good I look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. That was his only good line. But the camera panned to me and you can I was definitely I was laughing about that shit. Fun fact, Gambino
You gotta
Grimes,
laugh at that shit.
Oh, for sure. Gambino Grimes is the one that got me my first battle look. I was in his league. He actually had his own league called Mike Masters 801, which your boy Steez was a proud participant of. He had me in 2 Mountain West. I always thought that was Mountain West Showdown. I was in Mountain West Showdown 3 and Mountain West Showdown 4, and I'm saying Mountain West Showdown because that's a dope ass name.
Hey, that is a dope ass name.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, I killed that kid. It never even came out, but it was cool. We had like Caustic. I think one of them. Rest in peace, Cadillac Ron. Like battle rap legends, man. So salute Gabino Grimes. Back then he was Synchro Nice. So shout out to Synchro Nice, man.
Big shout out for sure. Yeah, we had a really good show last night. If you don't know DJ Juggy, make sure you look him up. He does lots of Twitch sessions, and they're really dope. I came out to Salt Lake, and when I went to a few shows here and there, and I was like, where's like the dope DJs at?
I know, where's the DJs that don't just like play their iPod?
Right. And then we went to Bourbon House. Shout out to Bourbon House. And I saw DJ Juggy, and I was like, yep, there he is. Him and what's it called? Street Jesus were like my 2 DJs that I was like, all right, y'all know what you're doing. Not only that, you know, for me being from the East Coast and a touring artist, it was all about like who is touring, who like sees the music scene bigger than just here. And those 2 definitely earned my respect real quick. Although I know there's a lot of other people around here, like Eracalypse. He's really dope. I believe he spins for U92, and he is. If you've ever heard his mixes, they're it. Like, yeah, I love it. And I'm sure there are other folks that I don't know, but you know, my little bit of knowledge.
He does the weekend jams. He'll put like acapellas over different beats like that. That's fire, you know. That's
yeah. And DJ Juggy, he brings out lots of hip hop artists too, and you know, just like I feel like he's like the godfather of the hip hop scene out here.
Yeah, man, it was a dope hip hop show last night. Everyone came through. Everyone had bars. You had a lot of cats with like real emotional joints. Hip hop organics came through with the funk. You know, everyone was getting wavy with us. You know how we do. So, and then we got inspired too with the Azadi. We taught people a new word.
Yes, we did. You know me. I like to teach people a little bit of Farsi before I dip out, and I was really excited to premiere our song. People got a sneak peek of our latest track. Hip Hop Organics crew got a track together, and that's going to drop really soon, and I'm very excited for it. It was our first time performing it, and I didn't mess up, yo. I was so proud of myself. I just learned the verse over the weekend, okay? I was like, it worked out.
I thought for sure I was gonna forget at least a word or 2, but yeah, we both came through. Didn't forget nothing. I don't want to. I'm not gonna rewind the. Wait, what do they call it? Play back the tapes. I'm not gonna do that. Actually, I am, because I gotta get the stage. I gotta get the stage presence back, yo. It's always good to like view yourself. It's always good to keep practicing.
For sure.
Keep perfecting your art, yo. If that's you know.
When I used to watch myself, it was like the most painful thing ever. Watching yourself perform.
But you gotta get through
you're like,
it.
you gotta get through it. It's the truth. Yeah, definitely. It's really painful because regardless of what, I think that most of the time you are your hardest critic. And so you're gonna be like, oh man, I should have done this better. I should have done that better. But you know, like you said, it's the best is to just get through it, watch it, learn from it. Yeah.
Because I think when you do learn from it, and you feel yourself leveling up, and you know you've gone to that next level, you are gonna get to a point where when you do go back and watch it, you're gonna appreciate it. You're gonna be like, oh man, I can't believe I can't. I've done that on the really old ones. I'll kind of sit back and be like, I can't believe I thought of that shit back then. I'll like look at the year of the video. I said that back then. That's fire.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But when it's just fresh off the bat, it's so hard. It's when you're like even like kind of you're still kind of in the moment, even months afterwards, or even like a year afterwards, and so watching it that close, it's like, I could have done that better.
Right. I mean, even last night, I feel like before COVID happened, we were performing like 2 to 3 times a week. And so I had gotten up to an hour of performing without my, keeping my voice, like everything cool for a whole hour. And these past few times that we performed, it's been a struggle. My voice has been rusty. I can tell that I haven't practiced performing in a while. Even last night, like at the last song I did, my voice was starting to go out. And even before that, it's like wearing a mask and being in a loud place trying to talk to people. I kept having to yell. And yeah, it just didn't work out for my voice. But it worked out for iDeal Dialect because he sounded really good, and I know he's backstage chilling, and we're gonna bring him on shortly. And yeah, he had a really great set. He has this one track, and I can't remember the name of it, but there's like a female vocalist on the chorus, and that joint is really fire. I had that song stuck in my head today. There we go. Hey. 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 iDeal Dialect in the house.
What's up, guys?
What up? How are you?
So good right now.
Yo, I love this song so much.
Thank you. Yeah, this came from like a massive, experience that I went through. It was birthed through a massive amount of, realization and epiphanies and suffering and, love and just all of it, That's definitely one of the songs that really came from the heart, probably more than anything, for sure.
Nice.
That's where that shit comes from.
Right. And you can definitely tell hearing from it. It's like, yes, there's a lot of passion behind that. And it's definitely one of my favorite songs of yours. How are you, iDeal Dialect? Let the folks at Hip Hop Organics that are watching Hip Hop Organics know who you are, how long you've been rapping, and yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, first of all, thank you so much for bringing me on. I love collaborating with you. Every time we hit the stage together, it's always lit and it's always so much fun. So thank you so much for the invite. Again, iDeal Dialect. I've been at it on and off since like 2012, really.
Nice.
Is when I kind of wrote my first song, did my first performance, got it recorded. Shout out to Burnell Washburn. He's the homie who kind of put me on the scene. Got me my first track, my first beat, recorded my first song with me. And again, that was all the way back, 2011, I think, is when it actually happened. So yeah, shout out to Burnell.
Big shout out to Burnell.
Always put it down for the local hip hop scene, and always down for creating a dope community. So stoked for him to come back from Hawaii here in the next month or so.
I saw that.
We actually got a song on the, on deck that we're about to collab on together real quick. It's called.
Ooh, that's gonna be fire.
Yeah. Sneak peek of the name. It's called. Why am I blanking on it right now? It is called. Nope, I'm totally slipping it. Anyway,
what do you guys have do you have a release date in mind?
Not a release date yet. We actually recorded it, and the file got corrupted and lost. So it's already written. We've got to re-record it once he gets back, and then we'll probably release it as a single, I would imagine. So hopefully, we will have that released in the next few months, I would imagine. Super stoked on that. It's gonna be a lot of fun for sure. It's called Alchemist Club.
Oh, okay.
Turning words to gold. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's where it's at. Yeah.
If anyone can do it, it'll be you too. So I'm totally looking forward to that. That's gonna be fire.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so stoked on it for sure. But as far as back to Kundalini, if I can. So that song, Kundalini Awakening, you can find it on Spotify, everywhere else. It was really birthed out of like a super powerful transformative experience that I went through like 2 years ago. And really, I mean, it tells the whole story of what happened. You know, all these perceptions about who I was and my identity and all these other things fell away. And it was just kind of rebuilding my identity and my perception of the world around me. And learning how to the best way to share that with others without trying to shove it down their throat.
Right.
When you have epiphanies like that, it's hard not to want to share it and give it to everyone, even if they don't want it. So that was kind of what the song was about, is coming into that and learning how to share my light and share what I had found with the people who wanted to hear it. And that's the best way to do that, is through my music. So
yeah, absolutely. That's amazing to hear. And we're friends on Facebook, so I always enjoy reading your posts and seeing a little glimpse of like what you've been through and what brought you to the place you are. And I think it's amazing that you've used music as your tool to get out there to other folks. What are some of the artists that have inspired you to put your light out there?
Yeah, of course. I mean, definitely Atmosphere has always been a super close to my heart, for sure. 100%. Yes. And I, like, when I first recorded my first song, I had multiple people tell me that it kind of reminded me, them of him, totally unprompted. And that was like the biggest compliment I could have ever gotten,
That's
so
amazing.
Definitely there. Another would probably, Burnell, regardless,
Hey.
his music is just so heartfelt and just so real and so vulnerable, and and I love that about what he does. So stoked do a little plug for his new album Animal Medicine. That's coming out soon. He's doing a show in May, so that's gonna be fun. Definitely want to hit that up. Some other artists, Brother Ali definitely is another huge inspiration to me, for sure. Logic is another one as well. So yeah,
Nice.
the people that I've always looked up to and been inspired by are just the people that are willing to put their heart and soul into their music and make something with substance. Especially nowadays, everything is so saturated with just garbage. The mainstream mumble rap has become so saturated with just people saying nothing.
Right.
What's the point? And don't get me wrong, it's fun to turn up and get a live thing going and just while out, but really, like, ultimately it's gotta mean something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. At the end of the day, when you come home and you want to listen to something that will make your mind think, what will you listen to?
Wait, is that a question that was like gonna provoke?
It was a rhetorical. It was a rhetorical question, because
Exactly.
you can listen to iDeal Dialect. There you go.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope it makes you think, and more importantly, it makes you be introspective. You know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest thing I hope my music can do for someone is take a look inside yourself and find something about yourself that you didn't know because you heard something you could relate to, or understood. Oh, one other artist that I gotta shout out, that honestly is probably my number one, it's definitely my most played on Spotify, is Dirty Heads. I don't know if you guys have ever heard or listened to Dirty Heads.
I have not heard of Dirty Heads.
So they're like a genre-defying group. It's two MCs and then like a whole acoustic band, with bongos and all other types of percussion and instruments, brass, everything. But they're like a fusion of hip hop and reggae and alternative rock, and they're just their message is just absolutely beautiful and incredible. If you haven't yet, Dirty Heads, go check out Dirty Heads.
I'm gonna put that in my list right now, so I don't forget.
Add it. Dirty Heads. They inspire me probably more than anything. And one album in particular, The Sound of Change, is one album that I listened to like nonstop through that kind of transition that I went through a couple years ago. So check them out. Definitely inspired.
That's beautiful. Okay, I will definitely check out Dirty Heads. And so we talked about who you are, what inspires you. And I know you have a song coming out with Burnell, but are you working on a new project, or what are the goals for iDeal Dialect in 2021?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's one thing I kind of fell off and wasn't pursuing my musical goals as much during the last year. So that's something I'm really getting back into, and ultimately, I'd love to at least release an EP this year. By the end of the year would be awesome. Nothing currently in the works, but it's definitely on the map for sure. So I'm stoked to get back to it and get back to writing. My things in my professional career really took off over the past year, so that's great. I know we both work in technology.
Yes.
You're on the developer side. I'm on the sales side. But it's been really awesome. I just joined a cybersecurity startup as their first ever renewal sales manager, managing their global renewals for the whole organization. So huge jump in my career. So now
that's
that
amazing.
The next level there, I'm ready to do the same with my music too. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
I'm
awesome.
on it for sure.
We were just talking about this earlier. It's like, I was saying how this lady told me some years ago that you swim with both hands. So it's like, one hand.
Why are you swimming with one hand?
Right, exactly.
I heard that. Yeah.
So, you got to do your... It's like feeding different parts of your brain. That's how I look at it. It's like at some point I'm feeding my logical side where I'm solving problems with programming, and then I get to release and kind of just let loose with the music, and it feeds my soul. And so it's a nice combination for me. But everyone out there, you got to figure out the combination for you. And iDeal, it sounds like you have a really good combination with the sales and the music, because you get to release from all that stress.
Totally.
And to let the people out there know how you're feeling and all that good stuff.
Yep.
What do you want? I mean, I guess I don't know if I should ask it again, because I feel like you kind of went over this, but I think it's worth asking. So what do you want your legacy to be as a musician?
Oh, geez, that's a hefty question. Well, first off, props to you for going to school and working and handling it like a boss. I want to get there. I'd love to go back. I was able to escalate my professional career without having a degree, but I still want, just for the simple fact of learning. I love learning, and I'd love to go back. So props to you on that.
Thank you.
But my legacy, ultimately, again, it kind of touching on what I said before, but just knowing that anything I went through and anything I was able to put into my art, if anybody can listen to that and use it to help them through some struggle or transition or pain or suffering or loss or grief that they've been through in their life, that's it. That's it right there. I don't gotta make $1 million. I don't gotta go platinum. I don't, if those things happen, awesome. And I'm not gonna stop them, and I'm gonna go with the flow, and I'm gonna, do what feels right. But ultimately, that's the goal. That's the goal. And if I can have, left my some sort of mark on the world and enough people, and one is enough, really, And I've already had people, some people come to me and say that, something in my song had a huge impact on them and was able to help them through something they were going through. So that's it. That's
Absolutely.
It.
Actually, last night while you were performing, Steez's girl, Indy, she was saying when she was listening to your song, and she was like, man, this is so amazing. She's like, it's hitting me right in the heart. And I was like, yes, that's what iDeal does, man. His music.
Who is that?
Steez's girl.
My girl.
Oh, hell yeah.
Her name is Indy. Shout out to Indy. Yeah.
Shout out to Indy.
That hits me right here. Thank you for sharing that, for real, because that's what
absolutely,
it's all about. And wait, which song was that? Was there
it was your first song.
Oh yeah, Bleeding Ink. Yeah.
So Bleeding Ink, exactly.
Yeah, and that song specifically is a lot about losing the people you love and carrying on their memory and their their essence through what you do every day and making them proud in that way, you know. So I'm so glad that she connected with that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for making songs that hit the heart, man, because like you said earlier, there's so much music out there that doesn't have depth to it, and there's a time and place for that, but it's a beautiful thing to have people like you make music that'll really hit you in the heart and make you think about the things that matter to you the most.
Yep. And that's the goal. That's what I always try and do, because I always think about, like, you know, I go back to the songs that impacted me most, you know. And one other artist that I will shout out as an inspiration is John Bellion. John Bellion is an incredible artist, and an insane composer too. He does everything. He does his composing, producing, every aspect of his art, and huge inspiration creatively. If you ever go on YouTube and look at his like making of videos, they're absolutely inspiring.
John Bellion, awesome. You're just putting me on tonight.
Oh yeah, you check him out. I'd love to hear what you think. Please get back to me with your feedback once you scope it.
I definitely will. Yeah, for sure. It's, you know, I love finding out about artists from other artists, because usually that's the good put you on.
Right.
Like, okay, like you're making music, so I know like what you're listening to is probably amazing. So that's what's up. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Before we get into some freestyles, which I'm hoping that you're going to freestyle with us.
We do have a song to play through real quick.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Let's play through the song and listen to iDeal Dialect here on the Greenhouse.
Let's do it. Yeah,
you want to intro this song?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so this is the last single that I released. It's called "The Gift of Present." Right. So
I like that one.
And I released it on Christmas Day too. So it was all about, you know, presents under the tree are great, but enjoy this moment. Like this moment, that's the real present. Unwrap that shit and fucking make the most of it. You know.
Yes,
so, yeah,
absolutely.
This is the gift of presents. Check it out. Shout out to Brunel production on the beat. Brunel Washburn on the beat.
Like it's my last. No pad. Nope.
Oh, I think this is the performance one. Did you get the second one, Jay? That was the full song? Or
you know, you're right. That is the performance one, and I meant to play this one. That's all good.
Yeah, the triple time. The triple.
Last because they're.
Yeah, I had it, and I was like, you know, this is the one. And then I looked at the thing, and I was like, oh, that says show, not mix. Sorry about that, everybody.
No, it's all good.
Living every day like it's my last, because there is no future and no past. Only this precious moment is all that exists. Even though my fear keeps fighting for me to miss this infinite now that I'm so blessed with, but I refuse to ignore that my presence is a gift. So I count my blessings as I'm starting my day, cause any moment it could all be washed away. Imagine you lost everything you hold dear. Did you appreciate it? Did you? Oh, well, it was here. Forget the destination you think is your goal. Just enjoy the journey that's making you whole. Every piece of your puzzle you find along the way will come together on the most beautiful day. Even the pain and struggle you might now hate may just end up being the key that opens the gate. The gift of presence ain't under the tree. It's in that magical place that allows you to just be. The space between your thoughts is where you'll be free. Follow me and see. Let's ride the waves of the sea. Let's go. The gift of presence ain't under the tree. It's in that magical place that allows you to just be. The space between your thoughts is where you'll be free. Follow me and see. Let's ride the waves of the sea.
Hey. Is that track on Spotify?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
I may have to have them correct it, because it's like I went to have them make an adjustment to my name, and they like cut off half the verbiage. But you can find it. I think it's under iDeal Dialect with a space versus iDeal Dialect one word is everything else. So,
okay.
So a little discombobulated, but I'm gonna get DistroKid on that to to set that straight. So.
Hey, well, we definitely love that song, and we can't wait to hear more. Are you down to do some freestyling with us?
It's never been something that I've been incredibly good at, but I don't give a shit. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? You know, we on here, we just having fun.
Well,
it's a Friday night.
Real quick, just like I recorded my first song in 2011, but it was like probably 2007 when I first started rapping, and just, like not even rapping, but like was exposed to it. And it was like two of my best friends, one of which you know, Tiki Mane.
Hey.
It was him and his brother who passed away in 2011. And it was those two, and we would sit in my garage smoking blunt after blunt, just and they would freestyle back and forth for hours. And, you know, I was like, there's no way I could ever do anything like that. I never thought I could write. I never thought I could be an artist in that way, you know, and they cracked me and got me out of my shell. And, and so I like, writing is definitely my forte, but freestyling is really where it all started. So I'm down.
Hell yeah. I love that story. I love that story a lot, man.
Hey, shout out to Tiki Mane. Shout out to MOE, Money Over Everything. Rest in peace. Rest in peace,
Mo. Big shout out.
Sure.
That's what hip hop is, man. You gotta freestyle. You gotta getting into hip hop is breaking out of your shell. Like you do. There is a period where you know you're shy and
you're insecure and
yes, and you learn. It's like, I mean, not that those things go away, but you learn to cope with them and on a level that you never did before, and it's a beautiful thing.
Hell yeah!
All right, JH, what you gonna give us? All right, iDeal, you're the guest of honor, so I'm gonna let you go first.
You set it off. Mana, no. You set it off. You set it off.
He said set it off. Yeah, I'm gonna go hard, but I'm really soft. You know, I'm not gonna try to do too much. I'm just having some fun cause it's Friday night and I'm chilling. You know how it is, we just be top billing. Oh yeah, I'm going in on my feelings cause you know how it is, we out here, we winning. And I'm just gonna make sure that we follow the flow. I don't know where we'll go, down the river, yo, on a boat. Yeah, swim with both hands. Yeah, I said that before. Put it on demand. I'm the man or the woman, whatever you want me to be. A king and queen, you know how it is. We just wanna see, wanna speak, wanna be heard, wanna be free. Let our soul fly to the skies. You know, we just wanna have fun, be with our friends and family. I don't know what they say, but damn B, can you make it make sense? I don't know, but I'm going off the wind. Hey, get it, iDeal.
Going straight off the dome. No matter where I go, I always know that I'm home because I carry it in my heart. It's me without a doubt. I do it because I'm not apart or here. I do it because I gotta do it for my fears. I gotta fight to overcome what's right. Gotta become everything that's in the light. I gotta shine bright. Gotta do what I love because that's all I gotta do. Every day I'm living it for the crew. Gotta shout it out, cause that's what I do. I don't give a shit if I trip or stumble. Better understand I'm always gonna make the ground rumble. I don't give a shit though. I'm gonna pass it to Steve Rogers cause he's gonna hit that flow.
You know that we spit flows and we get though, you know that we rip flows. When we get this, we build Bledsoes. Your Buffalo Bills can't get with those ills, can't get with those skills. I just got too many tools, too many fools. When I look at you, you just start to drool. Cause you don't know what to say, no way, no hate. Oh wait, no way, Jose, let me elevate. Like my girl Mana, know what you wanna, you know, can't stop, like Diddy. Can't in your city, itty bitty kitty committee. Get witty, can't spit with me anytime. Steve Rogers, Blicky.
Hey, I hear the switch up. Put structure. I don't know, but the volcanoes ruptures. And we all melt like it's lava, but sometimes it's the thing you're dealt, so you gotta deal with it and go with the punches. I don't know, but maybe we can be like bunches of loved ones. I don't know, but I'm just gonna be having fun, and I run the whole world cause I see it. I'm just gonna make sure they know the secret. If you follow IG, you can see me every Friday. I can be like on TV, or is it just IGTV? Who cares? I just tell them, you know, I do this and I don't dare to say nothing wrong and be ungrateful for the things I've been blessed with. You know, there's a lot of lessons that we just learning in this life, like it's hockey. I'm gonna wanna be on the ice. You know that it's rocky, oh yeah, but you know you might trip up and it's okay as long as you get off the ground and see another day. Like iDeal said, it's the present. I know how it is, but life can be heaven if you let it. Yeah, we be dwelling on the wrong thing. I just say, yeah, let me do this for my offspring. Oh, I don't have one yet. I got fur babies. I got a dog and cat. You know that I ain't lazy. I be out there walking him every single day, cause you know I don't wanna let them go astray. And hey, I just wanna make sure I'm paid and we can do this all the time and have the bass sounding so great. Shout out to JH. Hey, HHO, this is how we play.
Oh, that's what's up. She got her fur babies. I just got back from taking my dog on a walk. It doesn't matter, because we all do what we talk. You gotta take that talk and put it to the walk. Do what you say, or you're gonna live another day. You gotta fight, because you know you gotta love what's right. You gotta keep fighting till the end of the night. Just know that everything's gonna be alright. No matter what you've been through, no matter where you're going, no matter how many times you fall on the ground, just know that you're gonna be back on the top. It doesn't matter if I stumble, I'll still pick it up and make the ground rumble. I'm doing what I do, cause I gotta do it for the crew, and I gotta love it. Cause everything I do is for the family. I do it for my little son and for my whole damn family.
Hey.
We do it for the family. They can't stand Steve's when I'm rapping. I say, hold up, I'm just attacking. I'm a damaging. Hold up, let me get this. You know we gon' be alright. Sorta like Kendrick. And I'ma keep hitting y'all, sorta like Tekken. More kicks than Eddie Gordo, your raps is so-so. Anytime I get this, more brain than Mojo Jojo, yo. You need to take notes like I'm the jazz logo. Anytime I flow, bro, anytime I go so off the top of the dome, I'm home in the Technodrome. That's like I'm Krang, I bang, no wait, I'm just Liu King. Fire kicks when every time I say, oh, that's right, hold on, Krang, that's a Ninja Turtle reference when I get this. And shout out to Kendrick, cause we gonna be alright. And I'm
Hey.
That Mojo Jojo line though. Fucking awesome.
Thanks, bro. That's one in the. I most of my shit is off the top, but the Mojo Jojo shit, that's one in the tuck. That's one I always. I drop that one when I start going that one's coming out.
Yeah.
That's that battle rapper. They always got something in the bag. That's what I learned about battle rappers. Is like they be freestyling and then they got like a few things that they keep in the bag and they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna come out. You know?
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, it's a show off thing. It's like you gotta you got.
But
it's
I've never
Wild Wild West.
I haven't been able to do that. Like every time I think of a hard line and I want to say it during a freestyle, when I start freestyling, like I forget that line.
It never comes, right?
It never comes.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Gotta work on it.
For me, it's just a rhyme thing. Like if I start falling into a rhyme scheme, it'll remind me of rhymes that I have.
It'll trigger it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's like that's why I said like oh. So when I start rhyming when I go blah blah, that's when the Mojo Jojo. I also like to take notes like the jazz logo. That always gets thrown in there too. I can't help it. I like my bars.
That's it.
Hey. Well, iDeal Dialect, thank you so much for coming on the Greenhouse with Hip Hop Organics. We definitely appreciate you. Before we let you leave, let the folks know where they can follow you, like all the social media plugs. Please let them know.
Yeah, absolutely. So Facebook is definitely where I'm most active. Again, you can find me iDeal Dialect with the space. It's just my regular profile. But you can find me on YouTube, Instagram. Find me on SoundCloud as well, and of course Spotify, iTunes, everywhere else. Check it out, and I can't wait to see you all out at the next show. You know, COVID's ending, vaccines are going out, live music is coming back. It is coming back. I'm already stacking up my show list for the summer.
Okay.
Get those shows ready. Got Revolution, Slightly Stupid's coming. It's gonna be
Okay, yeah.
I'm excited. And yeah, you have to let me know when you guys get a release date for the track with Burnell Washburn, and we can bring you both on the show. You got an open invite. Whenever you want to come on, just let us know, and you already got it.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. Mana, thank you so much. Steve, always
Anytime.
a badass. JH, always keeping it down on the ones and twos. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the love. I appreciate all the conversations and all the props, for real.
Likewise, we appreciate you so much.
For sure.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for coming through.
All right, awesome.
Peace
Hey,
out.
thanks for always holding it down for local hip hop. You guys are real, for real.
Oh,
No
man.
doubt. We appreciate
Thanks,
that.
man.
We appreciate that.
Peace.
Hey, peace out.
Peace.
Thank you. A big shout out, iDeal Dialect. If you're not following him, make sure you follow him right now. He's super dope. For real, like I really enjoy his comments and statuses that he posts. It's really inspirational and makes you think, and I'm excited to listen to the folks he told us about tonight, because I really like when artists put me on to other artists. I feel like that's my favorite way of finding out about people. So if y'all know dope artists, put it in the comments, put us all on, and we will all appreciate you. Shout out to Order in the comments over there, and big shout out to you. Hope you're doing well, brother. And yeah, it's been an awesome night. That was a dope freestyle. First freestyle of the night. Should we get into some hip hop news? I think we should.
Let's get This is the Hip Hop Weekly Friday News. I need to think of a title for this. It's the Steez News, y'all. What up, y'all? We getting steezy with the news as per usual, cause you know how we do's. All right, y'all. What do we even? I don't know. We might as well start with the dope shit. Of course, Ghostface and Raekwon had a super dope show. They came together and did the verses, which they're kind of turning into it's almost like a concert series. I noticed. I think the obvious joke that we can all make is like, how did they decide? Aren't they just gonna do all of each other's songs?
Right. That's what people were thinking.
That would actually be fire. You know what they should have done? I don't know. Maybe they did do this. What would have been tight is Ghostface had to do all the Raekwon songs that he's on, and then vice versa. You know what I mean?
Right.
So Ghostface is doing all Cuban Links joints. Raekwon's doing Iron Man joints. That would have been sick. But
That would be hella sick.
But yeah, man. So Wu-Tang forever. Shout out to y'all. I don't know. Do y'all have like a Ghostface? Do y'all have a preference, Ghostface or Raekwon? I don't know if y'all.
We did talk about this the other time, and I'm gonna. We did, and I did give my preference. I like Raekwon a tad bit more than Ghostface. I mean, they're both amazing. It's hard to choose, but just my personal preference. I just enjoy Raekwon a lot. I think he's really dope.
I think I'll give it to Ghost for the storytelling. You know,
Okay.
I feel like his story. You know what, Raekwon though, he used to bug me when I started when I started becoming like a real rap purist. You know, when I wanted shit to be like, I wanted like multi-syllabic rhymes. No, did I say bug me? I wasn't like used to because Raekwon will. I don't know if y'all. I don't know. Maybe this will make sense. But Raekwon will sound like he's about to rhyme something, and he'll just go to a totally different thing. He'll just that used to kill me. But I love it now.
That's kind of why I like it. I liked it because it was so different, and it was just like unexpected. I don't know. Yeah, I like his style. It's real chill but powerful at the same time. I don't know.
He does have Only Built for Cuban Links, one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time, under his arsenal. So it's hard to argue against that.
I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, man. I always bring it up. I'm a huge Wu-Tang connoisseur. I think I got 36 Chambers somewhere back there. Yeah, I got that shit.
Hey.
My camera's all backwards. It's by Audrey Hepburn.
Nice.
I got actually fun fact about Steez. I keep dropping fun facts, even though they're not that fun. 36 Chambers. That's the one album. I know it's hard as an artist. I know it's hard for all of us to pick favorites, but that's the one album I've kind of decided when my back is pressed against the wall. If someone asks me, "What's your favorite album of all time?" 36. Enter the 36 Chambers. Wu-Tang Clan. Easily.
Okay.
Yeah, very easily. The skits. The sound, everything.
I think mine is the Fugees, The Score.
I got that one over there. My two albums I got up are the 36 Chambers and Fugees, The Score.
I mean, it's one of the greatest, albums of all time. I wouldn't expect it to be anywhere else other than your wall.
It's framed up. Well, because I got the records and I just kind of had them sitting on my shelf, and I was like I gotta do something cool with my apartment, so I framed the records. So I got the Score framed, and I got 36 Chambers right behind me. But yeah,
interior design by Steve Rogers.
Get a little decor on,
You know.
Sometimes you gotta battle MCs, sometimes you gotta tear some rappers' heads off, and sometimes you gotta make your apartment look nice. Steve Rogers is a man of many talents, and this is Steve's news, so that's why we're getting into it. Also, ever since COVID hit, I've been blasting Mask. That's kind of an underrated Fugees joint. M to the A to the S to the K. Put the mask on just to make it our way. That's like my favorite joint. One of my favorite joints on that album. The way they all tell the stories and shit, and Wyclef Jean goes from working at Burger King to making nuclear weapons for World War III. That was crazy. I don't know.
That is definitely crazy.
I don't know how he took us there though. He got fired from Burger King and ended up making weapons for World War III in the same day. That was crazy. And then Lauryn Hill got harassed by a dude that she knew back in high school. And Praz almost robbed a dude because he listens to too much Bacon.
So, is there any other stuff on the news for tonight?
Oh man! Aside from that random Fugees reference that only two people are gonna get, so I don't know. I know Josh. Maybe you could shed a little light. I didn't read too many details just because I thought this shit was weird. But Lil Nas X, I guess, got into some trouble because he made like a. What was it? It was like Satan's Shoes, and he's like, I don't know. I think it's a music video.
Yeah, I don't know too much. I don't know too much about it, but I do know how shoes work, and you don't just commission custom shoemaker to make shoes for you and sell them.
What?
That's what happened. Like he commissioned some person to make Satan Nikes, right?
And then he turned around and
was selling them. Yeah.
They said, people said it. Oh, that's the thing I just remembered. Yeah, they said they put a drop of blood, of human blood, in the soles, in all the soles, and people are just like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, I just stay relevant, man.
Stay relevant, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's like the one like screenshot that goes around everywhere is like him getting boned by Satan. And it's stupid. It's so dumb. Like, don't waste. If this is the first time you've heard about this, don't waste your time.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I just keep seeing it everywhere. It seemed like a hot button, a hot issue or topic or whatever. People were making fun of it, but I don't know. It just seemed like, it's like you said. It's like trying to stay relevant, but like honestly, like I don't know. I know the saying is like publicity is good. Like there's no such thing as bad publicity or whatever. But like, to a certain point, a certain amount of bad decisions are definitely gonna get you the hell up out of here. Like you can ask plenty of MCs that don't have careers anymore. Like,
absolutely.
But I guess that's what at the same time, man, that's probably what he's trying to avoid. He doesn't want to. It's like hip hop. Mainstream hip hop is so, I don't know. It's just like the wild, wild west up. I don't even know how that shit works anymore.
It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. That's really what it is. It's like a lot of artists that you think are super successful, and they could have had success, but that doesn't equate to money. and they have like an image that they have to uphold, right? Because like once they feed into that thing where they're like, oh, okay, like I only wear designer clothes, I only do this and that, and you just start putting yourself in a box. So it's like you can't wear clothes that are not Gucci anymore, and that costs a lot of money. So then you're just doing anything to get money. It's like this vicious cycle of like, okay, like you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're trying to keep up your appearance, and you know, when in all reality, like shout out to someone like J. Cole, where it's like people don't really need that. As long as you're being authentic and you're being true to your craft, you're always going to be successful. Always, you know, it might not be the amount of fame that you want, but like, I don't know, I feel like a true artist doesn't want fame anyways.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'd add to that is like people like this Lil Nas X and everybody else, you know, they are doing what's true to them, and they are like, you know, very out there with it, and you know, respect for that, and hopefully they all have found their audience, so you know, good for them. It's just not for me, and hopefully, you know, for other people out there, y'all can enjoy that. But I don't need it in my headlines.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely, you know, it keeps going back to like, as an artist, you got to connect, you got to build a team, you got to, you know, keep linking up. And I think that's like, you know, and people always say this about like Kanye, like he's surrounded by too many yes men. God, who did I just hear that about? Oh, Cassidy. He's the battle rap Kanye. He's like, just like, no one will tell Cassidy he sucks. Like, I swear, like no one is out. Like, y'all remember Cassidy? I got my drink and my two-step. That dude, he battle raps, and no one will tell him he sucks. And it pisses the rest of us off. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it's like a team thing, you know? Like, I feel like that's kind of like, I don't know, like Lil Nas X is definitely in that eccentric lane. He's definitely in that let's do some crazy, like, original shit lane. But then it's like you can get surrounded by people that are just going to sit there and be like, just get crazy. Yeah, man. Human blood in the soul and their knockoff Nikes. Great idea. Like, no, it's not. Like, you can do so much other stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm not making Lil Nas X money, so I can't give too much advice. But like you do have like shining examples of, like you mentioned, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar is kind of the modern version where it's like clearly, you know, that whole TDE camp. I mean, I think they're going through shit now, but clearly for a while it was like a bunch of like-minded artists. They had an amazing marketing team, and they just said, "That's what you about, Kendrick Lamar. You about just revolution and bars? Do it. Schoolboy Q, you about being swaggy and just swagging out on us? Like, let's go. Turn it up to 1,000, you know, like all them cats just do exactly what they are. KRS-One, I remember he was talking about, you know, the whole stop the violence, the whole video, self-destruction video. Like it was just one whatever record label he was on or was a prospect for, one of the A&Rs. It was I can't remember, it was an Asian lady, but she was at one of his shows. She came to see one of his shows, and that's when it was like she was just seeing people like get stabbed, like all the violence that goes on in hip-hop. And that's, you know, so she was like, yo, this is what you about, KRS-One? You about stop the violence? You about we headed for self-destruction? Like, let's make it a movement. It doesn't need to just be a song. So I don't know. Yeah, man. So that's one of the early good examples.
And whenever you're being authentic with what you love, like people will always resonate with that. Again, it depends on what your goals are. I think there's no wrong way of doing art. That's what art is. But, you know, be careful where you're putting your energy. That's what I will say, you know, because wherever you're putting it, you're kind of manifesting it, you know, and there's a lot of power in your words, and every human being is way more powerful than they could even imagine. So just keep that in mind as you repeat things, and don't forget, once you're repeating something enough, it's basically a mantra. So, you know, these are all things to think about and where you want your life to be. But yeah, that got real sideways.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're still doing the news and shit. Freddie Gibbs is doing something. No, I just thought this was funny. I saw this Freddie Gibbs, I guess he said that in an interview, he said that he has fake Instagram accounts so he can diss other rappers.
He has a Finsta.
Well, his main account got blocked, I think. He got removed from Instagram for a minute there because he was always sharing like crazy shit.
Oh, Freddie Gibbs' his actual Instagram?
Yeah, like he was always sharing like just like ridiculous videos, like like Live Leak and shit like that, where it was like videos of like people getting hit by cars and like ridiculous stuff. Like he would share that kind of stuff, and he got blocked for a while. And I think now he brought back a new Instagram account to just troll rappers, basically.
Good.
But, all right. You're just stirring trouble.
I swear, every Freddie Gibbs news story, every Freddie Gibbs album, and every news story, I just love this dude more and more. He's the only one that does it. I swear. Alfredo.
Big shout out to Freddie Gibbs.
Shout out.
What else we got on the news?
I don't even know, y'all. Y'all know Steez. He was getting ready for a show.
Hey, all right. Well, then that's a wrap for the news.
I think that's a wrap for the news. I can't think of anything else, and my phone is my teleprompter is being not my phone. My teleprompter is being slow. No, we don't need to get into all that. Never mind. I was gonna mention Quavo, but we don't need that's
Yeah. Neither here nor there.
Killer Mike loves Vince Staples so much he thanks his parents. What?
Okay.
Oh, Killer Mike and Vince Staples did an interview together. That's dope.
Nice. That's what's up, man.
Let's get into some put you ons, and then we'll call it a show for the night.
I think that's a great idea.
All right.
What's your put you on, JH? Since you suggested it.
Since I suggested it, then I think one thing I would definitely recommend that people try and do during COVID times, now that our vaccines are coming out and things are getting a little bit more safe with that type of stuff, go out to a park and like if you're a musician, you should start busking maybe a little bit. I think that's a smart idea. Just like hanging out in the park and getting your practice time in front of people, especially now it's starting to get a little warmer. That's my put you on. I think that's going to be something that we start doing sometime soon.
Absolutely. You're going to see us at a park near you very soon.
Right.
We're going to be out here busking and selling some merch, doing a little pop-up. If you haven't already, go on to hiphoporganics.org and get your merchandise today. We're thinking about doing a springtime run of our clothes and some merchandise, so be on the lookout for that. Let us know what color schemes you guys like too. I want to do a shirt that is going to be white with purple, orange, and hot orange and hot pink.
Yeah, so like pastel colors or bright colors? Bright colors.
Okay. I got some Jordans that I wanted to match. Okay.
Right.
You'll notice my clothes are mostly to match my shoes. So
let's get the neon hip hop organics. Let's get a whole variety of them, yo.
Yeah, let us know what colors y'all like. So that was JH's put you on. What's your put you on, C's?
My put you on is gonna be my put you on is the Salt Lake City hip hop scene. We coming for y'all. We keep growing, yo. Shout out to DJ Juggy. Shout out to Gambino Grimes. Shout out to Burnell who been shutting it down. Shout out to our guest iDeal. And you know what? Shout out to Hip Hop Organics, baby. We up in here as a certain MC I know would say, we ain't going nowhere.
We're here to stay till the end of time. You can write it down on the dotted line. We ain't going nowhere.
Hey,
that's a good put you on. That's a good put you on.
And I gotta put. I gotta put y'all on to just because I'm in the mode. Steve Rogers, man, hit me up, yo. I need to tell people this more. I actually designed my logo. If y'all follow me on Instagram and all that shit and see little Steve's here. God, I gotta get my camera better. Microphone. There we go. See how I'm wearing the helmet? Yeah, I do all my own artwork, album covers, designs. I drew that, shaded it. I didn't put the name on it just because it looked weird, and I figured it'd make it more mysterious. But yeah, man, Steve Rogers, hit me up. I'm always on Instagram. I'm always trying to drop stuff on YouTube. That's my main shit. But I'm on everything though. Spotify, Amazon.
All the digital platforms.
Yeah, bootleg me. I think your local bodega might have a tape.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Steve Rogers and Hip Hop Organics coming to a bodega near you.
Yeah. If you see our bootlegs there, you let them know. Hey, trash them like, y'all ever see the video of Tupac? He found a bootleg at a stand, and he was like sweating the dude about it.
No.
Oh man, it's great. Just look up Tupac in New York. It's amazing. It's an amazing video.
All right, that sounds like a plan.
Oh, that's my put you on. You know what? That's also my put you on. YouTube Tupac in New York. It's one of the greatest videos you'll ever see in your life.
But okay, those are strong words. Okay, these are the greatest videos you'll ever see in your life.
Well, if you're into hip hop and Tupac,
you better be into Tupac if you like hip hop. That's I know the youngins would disagree, but
the youngins, they'll learn. They'll learn.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, when you're young and you're like, your parents try to get you into Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
you'll appreciate it later on when you're open to other things and what's hot right now.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of youngins out there that are real eclectics and like to discover things, and those are the ones that are going to appreciate it first, and then they're going to put on their friends to it, and eventually they'll get it.
Exactly.
Word.
And I'm sorry, parents. I hate Rush to this day. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Space Invader. I can't. His voice, man.
I'm like, I don't know.
That's my put you off. Don't listen to Rush.
I played a lot of guitar. A lot of Guitar Hero, and there's Russian Guitar Hero. They have a pretty fun song to play in there.
Was it Tom Sawyer?
I'm Persian.
So,
I was listening to like, you know, Layli Furuhad, you know, some Abby.
Oh, okay.
Some Andy. So my put you on for the night is to continue learning. Every day, you know, go on to a news page or a scientific page that you can trust, but learn something new every day. Don't think that just because you've graduated school that you're done. Just because you can have a gajillion degrees. I'm sure if you have a gajillion degrees, you're already obsessed with learning. But that's what this world is. This world is constantly changing. Nothing is gonna stay the same for a very long time. So, learn how to use a new gadget or a new whatever. Just YouTube, anything that you're interested in, and add to your knowledge on a regular basis, because just like everything else, your mind is a muscle that you need to work out, and learning is the best way to make your brain work out and have more neurons interact up there, and all of that's going to help you for your overall health. But more than anything, you'll also be more knowledgeable in many things, and you never know when they can come up in conversations or in your life. That's the cool thing about learning and knowledge. Like, people will be like, oh, when will you use trigonometry in real life? And I'm like, dude, why do you think? I mean, there are many examples of why you would use trigonometry in real life, but you just don't think about it. Once you know something, you just take that knowledge for granted. You're like, oh yeah, like, did I need to know pre-cal or whatever? Maybe not, but it's like you don't know how those neurons that you developed while learning it are helping you later in your life. It's never going to be a waste of time or anything like that. So continue learning, keep working on yourself. Shout out to iDeal Dialect. One of my things I like to do is I like to find people that I don't know, like meet new people. That's a part of what I enjoy doing, because it's kind of the same thing. It goes hand in hand with learning something, because when you meet people that you didn't know before, you're learning about a whole new person. You're learning about their beliefs and thoughts and how they're similar to you, how they're different. So, learning, it doesn't have to be just reading. It can be many other things. Like, you can go to a pottery class. You can go to, I don't know, a welding class, anything. Read a newspaper, do a crossword puzzle, do Sudoku, something. Anything to stimulate your mind. Play some chess. If you want to play chess, go on chess.com and add me, Mana the Great.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not that great, but, I call myself Mana the Great. That used to be my old handle. But yeah, that's my Put You On. I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Our homie Soul Lyricist is working, getting that money. Big shout out. Hey, we got a lot of love for all of y'all.
Other little tag on to the news. I know we announced it already, but April 21st. This is a good thing to end on. Catch us April 28th, not
3rd.
first.
April 23rd.
I thought it was 4th. April 23rd. 3rd? Dang,
yes.
Steve, you gotta get the news together. You're bringing it at random times. Catch us April 23rd, yo. If you're in Salt Lake, catch us at Metro Music Hall, man.
Metro Music
Mana's
Hall.
gonna be performing. Soul Lyricist. I almost call him Soul H, man. We too tired, man. Let's wrap the show up, man. Let's get up out of here. I'm too tired.
Yes, y'all have a wonderful week. Make sure you get some rest. Give yourself some love. Give yourself some forgiveness. Go outside. Enjoy life. Enjoy the present, as iDeal Dialect said. We'll be back next week with more exclusive interviews, with more freestyles. Peace.